Having pre-sliced and diced and cleaned the vegetables for the next dish, I will just get cracking. I have these two beautiful duck legs waiting to happen, and unwrapped one already, and I'll just get cracking for one of our in-between courses. I've had quite a bit of this brand duck from the fresh market. My husband does the shopping for me at the market once a week. And with my recipe at hand, here I go. You didn't really think that I cook without recipes, do you? Wow. Actually, I do cook without recipes, but sometimes when I first try something out, I follow it a little, and then I start doing my own thing. So I just need the basics, and then I just get cracking on it and add my own flavours. Now I'm just going to get one of the ingredients. I like to get that as fresh as I can. Here we go. Just got some lovely fresh thyme. Don't have a look at my view. Here it is. Yes, it's been raining, but not a bad sort of a day. Right, one of our in-between dishes is a duck dish. It'll be a wee duck pie, and here are all the ingredients: the lovely duck, the chopped vegetables, the tomato puree, the wine, the stock, and the bacon. Yes, I have found my tripod. The first thing I'm going to do is sear the duck and render off the fat. Duck has a lot of its own fat, and I am going to drain that off shortly, and I'll use it actually. I won't throw it out. Can you hear that? It is definitely hot enough now in the pan, and the fat will be running out of the skin. Look at that, bubbling away there. I'll leave it go for a wee bit longer because I'm sure there's more fat to render out, and then I'll turn them over. Right, it's time to turn. Now it's not that they're brown, but they don't need to be. But it is that the skin is super crispy, absolutely crispy crunchy, which does mean that the fat is really seeping out. Time to take them out. Quite big leaves, aren't they? There we go. Don't they just look lovely? Right, just turn the element right down for a minute, and I now am going to strain off the fat into a container I have standing right next to me. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of oiliness, fattiness in the base of the pan, which is what I need for the bacon, the garlic, and the onion. Here we go. My little spoonie out so that I've chopped up into little bits, and they will separate as they dry out and cook. It's a bit more meaty than chopped up bacon, which is what I like. There we go. Turn the element back up and just let this gel for a minute. Oh, my kitchen smells divine. There we go, softening up nicely. Now for my next trick, the fresh thyme and the tomato puree. Now I think I did a video on this, can't quite remember, I'll have a look it up, but I actually buy a large can of tomato puree, and then I empty it into about 40 ice cubes in the ice cream tray, and I freeze them, and then I just have them in a bag in the freezer, and I can just take 1, 2 or 3 out at a time. It saves having all those little tins that one can buy, and sometimes what's in one of those tins is too much or not enough. So I just like my ice cubes of tomato puree. Oh, that smell. Yum. Right, leave that for a few minutes. The flavours are beautifully fused. I could just, oh, that is just so yum. Now, back go the duck legs. Because let's face it, that's what it's all about. Put those in nicely next to each other. And then it is time to add the wine and the stock. I'm going to add the wine first. I always quite like the sizzle of the wine and then the ensuing odour. That. Oh, yes. Very nice. Oh, look at the colour. This is going really well. And now I'll add the stock. Very good. And I will just bring it back to the boil. Just turn it up a wee bit fraction. Bring it back to the boil, because if I turn it down now, it'll take too long to get back up to temperature. So, there we go. Yes, bubble, bubble, bubble. Right, down to a low heat. Lid on. And I'll see you again later. Now, I've not been sitting still while the meat is cooking, but I cut all the excess heavy fat bits off the duck legs, and I have been slowly rendering it here. And as you can see, I have a bowl with duck fat. Now, to get the crunchiest and yummiest, fluffiest roast potatoes, I've got some duck fat. I have just lifted the lid and just turned this leg over. Lovely colour. The wine has got right into it. Oops. Oh, there we go. Now they're up. Okay, and now it is time for the rest of the vegetables. Here they go. I'll scoop those out in a minute. I see I'm holding the phone again. It's just awkward. So I'll make sure I can get those in the pan properly so they can cook away with the duck leg and add even more flavour. Right, lid back on, and see, I told you I'd do that. So lid back on and leave it go for a wee bit longer. Lifting the lid for the great reveal. Ooh, now that looks good enough to eat. Let me just have a quick grab for a fork out of the drawer. Let's just see how tender the meat. Ooh, look at that. Oh, fabulous. Now I'm going to put the phone down now. I'm not going to film just now. I'm going to strip the bones and put the meat in a dish. The meat and the veggies. One moment, please. Now, just to show you, again, it's the one-handed bandit again. But anyway, look at this. The meat just pulls off the bone, no problem. And that's going to just be just lovely. Now, when I finish that, oops, when I finish that, I will thicken the vegetables and the stock. I'll boil it down a wee bit, cook it down so that it thickens for the pie filling. Now, there's nothing wrong with that meat, is there? And now, I'm just bringing this back up to the boil. I'm going to add a wee bit of corn flour, not too much. I don't want to glue, but I do want to give it a wee bit more body. And then I'll add the meat back into the pan, not to cook, but just to settle and cool down. Here I go again. One arm banded coming right up. In you go. And yes, I will scrape the bowl. Let's give this a stir. Just imagine getting your lips around that. Oh, yum. I'm happy. I hope my guests will be too. I also made some caramelized onion jam, which I put on top of the duck pie filling, and I put them inside a pastry case instead of having a pastry case on top. Oh, so yum. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the bell, and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.